Hey guys, it's Michelle and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is Mickey Lee Creates, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you another what's for dinner, sharing 4 of the dinners that we had during the week. One of them, I want to say I called it in, but you know what? I'm not ashamed, no shame in it whatsoever. It is, or was, a Friday night dinner. It was the end of my work week and I was tired. So yeah, I did kind of cheat, but I don't care. At least we were fed and that's all that matters. So the first meal that I'm going to share with you is a potato and kielbasa soup. This was so good and definitely something I have never made before. I don't think I would have ever thought to put the kielbasa in soup. I don't know why, but I didn't. So I'm going to start off with just dicing some potatoes, leave the skin on. No need to peel it. If you prefer to peel them, you can. I will let you know, I started this when I came home and I get off work at 4. I'm usually home by 4:30. So you don't need to cook it all day. You could if you wanted to in a crock pot. It would have been just as good. I decided to just use my little Dutch oven that I had. I didn't really feel like putting it all together in the crock pot in the morning. And honestly, the only thing you're gonna do, or that you need to do, is get the potatoes soft and the carrots. So I'm just gonna let this play through. So once everything is diced, I add it to my Dutch oven, and then I'm going to go ahead and season, and I show you the different seasonings that I use. The one thing I did not show was that I mixed about a tablespoon of Better Than Bouillon into some hot water, and then filled my Dutch oven or pan up with water the rest of the way. So in the recipe that I saw, that I loosely followed, I don't follow recipes, I just loosely followed it, saw actually the idea of it and then went with it on my own. Honestly, I didn't really look at the recipe too much, but in part of it, she did put in there, she added cream to hers. You could, if you wanted to, put some heavy cream. I feel like I didn't really need it, and I'm not a heavy, and honestly, even in her looking at what her recipe said, it wasn't a heavy cream based soup. It was lighter on more of the brothy side. I just skipped the cream altogether, but you could add it if you want to. Also, I guess you could make this as a creamy potato one and it would still be just as good. Also, I think in her recipe, I don't remember seeing anything about frying her kielbasa first. I did. Me personally, I like the flavor of kielbasa when it's fried. I think it brings out a whole lot more of the flavor. You could add it straight to your soup itself and let it cook with the rest of the stuff. I just went the extra step and did this. Either way, I'm pretty sure it would be really good, but I just did this instead. And then, but if you want to, like I said, just do it the other way. I just served mine with some store-bought cornbread, and that was it. Really easy. Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, dinner was on the table. Next up are steak tavern sandwiches. I had, when we went to, or we bought from a friend of ours, they had a cow and then they were selling beef. So in this package that I bought, I didn't realize, but I had chopped steak. So I went ahead, I tried this to see how it would work. It was good. I'm not going to say it wasn't good. I'm not a big fan of like cheesesteaks anyway. It wasn't awful. My husband really liked it. I would make it again. I prefer chicken over the beef, but I would definitely make it again. So I will just cook this until it's done. I probably no more than 5 to 7 minutes and it was ready to go. The one thing I did not show, I did add this to it. Next time I won't do that. Not that I don't mind the sauce, but it really didn't add a lot to it or too much flavor. I honestly think it would have been better without it. I didn't show that I did put provolone cheese on top of everything and let it melt. No, I did not. I apologize. I assembled my sandwich on the baguette, put provolone cheese on top of that and stuck it in underneath my broiler to let that warm through, and that was it. Just served it with some potato wedges that I cooked in the air fryer. This is my Friday night dinner that I say I called it in, but hey, whatever, it is what it is. So I started out with some fries. I cook my fries in the air fryer. Not all the way, just enough to thaw them out. And sometimes, I don't mind it in the air fryer and it's good that way, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you're just craving some deep fried food, and this night I really was. So all I do is thaw it out and then I will put it in the oil. So it doesn't take long at all for the fries to crisp up. For one, they're already thawed, and pretty much cooked through. They're already soft, and so I went ahead and just fried that in there. I kept it on a little high heat, moved it down to a medium high heat, and then I'll just fry as many fries as we want. And then I did get chicken tenders from the bag. It's just Tyson's chicken tenders. Did the same thing as I did with the fries. I stuck them in the air fryer till they were pretty much, they're cooked anyway, but so they're not frozen. And then I just stuck those into the oil also, just enough to get some crispiness. As you can see, I was already in my pajamas. It had been a long week. I was tired, and this is what we ended up doing for dinner. And once it was all cooked and ready to go, I found these little baskets at Dollar Tree, put some parchment paper in them and stuck it in there and had a chicken tender basket. Super easy, probably done. The frying time was probably the longest, maybe a half hour. Last dinner of the week, I call it goulash, is what we ended up having. Elbow macaroni, spaghetti sauce I already had in the freezer that I just heated up. Super easy, put it in there and served it with some bread. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video. And if you did, please comment, subscribe, and give it a like. I'm always looking for new subscribers. I hope I gave you some inspiration on dinner ideas throughout the week. I know everybody can get stuck in a rut. I get stuck in a rut and you feel like you cook the same thing over and over again. But if you're like me, you can only eat out so many times. So I prefer to make my own meals. And honestly, probably about 6 days a week, I do cook. All right, as I said, I hope you liked the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.